Hello, and welcome to my presentation on academic sentiment analysis in natural Spanish language. My name is Doug Perez, and I am a master's candidate in the Luddy School of Informatics, Computing, and Engineering. This is the Fall 2022 Natural Language Processing course taught by Dr. Olga Scrivner. Today, I'm going to give you a brief description of this project, my inspiration, and why I wanted to do it. We'll look at the overall project design, and then I'll walk you through the prototype as it exists now so that you can see how the application will work when it is complete. So to begin, what did I want to do here? Well, I work for a company where I am an instructor, and I receive academic reviews for classes every week. We conduct sentiment analysis on those reviews, and from time to time, the analysis is incorrect. For example, the question on the review will be, what would you recommend changing about this course? And the response will be nothing at all. And our sentiment analysis program will pick that up as a negative review, when in fact it is a positive review. So that was my inspiration. And then I decided to do the whole thing in Spanish because I've been working on my Spanish. I grew up bilingual and I'm marrying someone whose family speaks Spanish. So I wanted a chance to practice my Spanish in a more academic way. So let's look at how the project will work. The idea is that a user will log in to a web page that is hosted on Heroku in Apache, and they will either type in text or perhaps upload a text file. The text that they enter will then be processed by an application layer in Python. And that will use a model that I have already trained that will determine whether the input of the text or the text input represents a positive or negative sentiment. The results will be stored in a database layer, and the idea here is to be able to present the user with some history of their submission so that as the user enters several reviews, they can see the result, and then they can view the history of the results on the screen. So let's take a look at the prototype as it stands today. So here we have our page. It's a very, very simple interface. This is, for those that don't speak Spanish, this just reads sentiment analysis of academic terms. And then the instructions, ingrese texto o cargo archivo, just mean enter text, input text, or you can upload a file. So what I will do is I will start by entering a bit of text here. So in my text input here, the command there tells you to input text here, and I'm going to write no me gustó el papel. Okay, that just means I did not like the paper. So this would be a negative sentiment analysis. So at this point, the user would click the analizar or analyze button, and then that will be processed by the middle layer and a result will be returned. And you see it, the result is displayed down here at the bottom. So this will be a running list of the different inputs along with the sentiment. So negativo, this was a negative sentiment. It is labeled in red to clearly list it as a bad sentiment. This button here, cargue archivo, that just means upload file. So if I can complete that option and give users the choice of either inputting text or uploading a file, that is what they will be able to do. So we can do another one right here. Let's do one that is a little bit more positive this time. So I will type in me encantó, which means I loved it. And then once again, we'll click on analizar. And the results will display here with the history. So we see the original, no me gustó el papel negativo, and me encantó, I loved it. That shows up as positivo. So that is the idea behind the application and the prototype. Still have some work to finish, but my hope is to be able to present Spanish language sentiment analysis for academic review content. Thank you for your time and patience viewing my presentation.